Howdy and welcome back to Less Than Epic. This is Raddit and we're going to talk about some pretty exciting Bloodborne news today. In case you've been hiding under a rock, here's what's going on. A player by the name of Zullie the Witch did some data mining into the Bloodborne game and found 4 codes. These codes corresponded to chalice dungeons, which had some hidden content in the game, including 2 hidden bosses. So first let's check out the 2 non-boss codes and then we'll check out the bosses because they are really cool. And don't worry, if you'd like to try out these chalice dungeons yourself, I'll have the codes posted at the end of the video for you, as well as in the description. So the first chalice dungeon that we're going to check out is the one with all of the test objects. It looks like the game designers used this room to test various lighting effects and object placement throughout the game. I spent quite a bit of time in this dungeon just checking out all of the objects, and I found stuff from all throughout Bloodborne. There was even this really cool area at the back of the dungeon where they were clearly testing the limits of their lighting system, as this seriously lagged my PS4. Alright, on to the next one. So this next Datamined dungeon was a lot of fun and is called Murder Hallway. I'll just let you conclude for yourself why that is. So I'm not sure exactly why the game designers would have needed a room like this. Maybe they were testing the AI or just wanted to test the limits of how many different enemies they could have on the screen at once. Either way, it's always cool to see relics like this in games. But alright, that's enough of that. I know everybody's here for the bosses, so let's check those out. So the first hidden boss that I checked out was called Moon Presence. This boss hilariously greeted me right at the door, and I was just blown away by how cool it looked. Given my experience with Bloodborne, I'm guessing that this was an early stage boss as they were testing out the mechanics of the game. They left a very clear opening on the back left side of the boss, which is actually non-typical for Bloodborne bosses, so that leads me to believe that it was mostly just a test boss. Either way, the Lovecraftian style coming from this boss was super heavy, much more so than most bosses in Bloodborne in general, which is surprising because the game is Lovecraftian in nature to begin with. I actually thought it was one of the most well-designed bosses I had seen from Software, and I really wish that they had put this boss in the game. It was really cool. Anyway, I'll let you watch me fight it for a moment. Skip ahead if you don't want to watch the boss fight. Alright, now on to what I thought was the coolest part of the whole data mine. This boss was just named Great One. It seems like the art for this one made it a little bit farther along than Moon Presence, so I think that this one was meant to be in the game. The boss is actually scary, and some of the mechanics are a little bit hard to pick up. It seems like the boss is meant to be terrifying to your player, as whenever he's looking at you and doing a certain move, he's damaging your character. This boss fight was seriously fun, and I actually did it a couple of times so I could get some really good shots of this thing, just because the art team did a fantastic job with it. It seems weird that so much was invested artistically into this boss for it not to make it into the game. I'll let this fight roll for a little bit so you can get a good look yourself. Alright everyone, that's gonna do it. As promised, here's all of the codes for the different dungeons so you can go and do them yourself. Given that we don't really know yet if we're gonna be getting a Bloodborne 2, I really hope that data miners keep finding stuff like this. Bloodborne is one of my top 3 favorite games of all time, right up there with games like Final Fantasy VII. I'll definitely be covering more of this game on this channel, so if you like stuff like this, give a subscribe. It really helps out the channel and I really appreciate it. Thanks for watching everyone, and this is Raded signing out. Oh yeah, and before I forget, the way that you get out of these dungeons is just to jump off the side of one of them. Hey, it's Radded here. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe as well. It really helps out the channel. We put out multiple new videos each week and we appreciate all of your support. Thanks for watching, everyone, and cheers.